Hey everybody, welcome to week 15 of Chemistry and Society. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Not much going on this week, and again, we're winding down. We have this shortened week this week with not much to do in here. Next week, even less to do, and then an exam, and you're done, a final exam. So you're wrapping things up. Again, some reminders. First, you're welcome to work ahead. Finish the class now if you want, and then take time the next few weeks to just finish up and study for your other classes. Absolutely an option. Let me show you a couple things while we're in here, just to show you that things are opened up and what we got going on. So let me close. I'm a few weeks behind here on closing things up, it looks like. So what are we doing this week? You've got chapter 12 to watch your video. Here's your PowerPoint. Go through, do your Learn Smart for chapter 12. You've got one movie to watch. It's called Food Inc., which is your last movie. And then there's your Dropbox. Next week, all you have is your last chapter exam. That's again in the McGraw-Hill website. And then final exam week, you have your final exam and you take it within Eagle. This is the one exam that you actually take inside Eagle. These things are all open. So again, if you can do your chapter, your movie, your last exam and your final whenever before it ends, you are welcome to. It's due by Thursday, December 12th at 11:59 p.m. So just keep that in mind. A couple of things. Remember, I do drop your lowest lab score, your lowest exam score, and your lowest movie. So if you have done all the movies and scored perfect on them, or you're happy with your grade and you don't want to do this last movie, you don't have to. I should have probably warned you last week with the lab that you didn't have to do that if you had done all the labs and were happy with your scores. But chapter Learn Smarts, if you don't want to do chapter 12 because you've done 1 through 11 and you're happy with your grade, you don't have to do 12. I recommend it only because the last exam will cover chapter 12, but I drop your lowest one score of all of those things. And in fact, the gradebook is set up right now to drop those scores. So a few things. When you go to the gradebook, I can't show it to you because I'm not a student, but when you go to the gradebook and you look under your homeworks, your chapter Learn Smart assignments, you'll see one score is, the whole area is grayed out. That's the one that's being dropped. And whether you have a perfect score on all of them, or if you have a 0 on one, or multiple, it picks one and the lowest, or one of your low scores, and drops that from your overall grade. The same thing applies to your exams, your labs, and all that. Now, if you haven't done the last exam yet, there's no score there. So it's dropping one of the first 3 scores. Now, a little hint, and again, I can't do this because I'm not a student and I'm not in the gradebook as a student. But when you go to your grades, there's up here on the right hand on your side, there's called What If. And you can play, I like to call it the what if game, where you can plug in scores like what if you don't do chapter 12 Learn Smart. Put a 0 in there. See how it affects your final grade. What if you don't take the 4th exam, the chapter exam? I drop your lowest, so put a 0 in there and see how it'll affect your grade. Your final exam, someone asked me that this week, the final exam cannot be dropped. Everyone has to do it. It's used for assessment purposes, where you guys are compared to other classes and other semesters. So you have to do the final, but of the 4 chapter exams, your lowest one is dropped. So play the what if game, check out for the movie, put in different scores for these last couple of things, see where you're at. Now, several of you did not do the lab last week, and that's obviously fine, but keep in mind that if you are missing several labs, or even if you're not, I still accept late labs with a 2-point per day penalty. So if you didn't do the energy content of foods, our very last lab from last week, you can still submit it essentially for 1 more week. After that, it's not worth any credit. So keep that in mind. Any other labs before that aren't worth any credit any longer, but so you've still got some time to do that. The last day for late work is technically December 8th. However, based on what I do and do not accept in late work, it's really only your labs that are accepted late, and so beyond this weekend there really isn't anything that will be accepted late. That's what's happening. One more reminder, and I'm going to bring it up and show you. Dark Waters, one more opportunity for extra credit. It doesn't look like it's playing in Rockford or in this vicinity until December 5th, so I will give you through the end of the class, which is December 12th, to go see the movie, take a picture of your movie stub, and write a one-page summary and email me through the class. Just go over here to inbox and send me a message with those 2 items attached. And again, if you meet all the normal criteria for your one-page summary of a movie and you show me your movie stub, you'll get 10 points extra credit. I'm not going to create a Dropbox because this is an opportunity for those that are watching my weekly videos. So I kind of want to keep it a secret. I'll create an item in the grade book at the end of the semester for it, but get out there, see Dark Waters. If you haven't seen the trailer, it actually looks like it's going to be a great movie. I suspect it's probably even going to win some awards. I plan to see it. I hope you will. I think you'll see that it really is not only interesting, but applies to the class. So guys, with that, I'm going to leave you for the week. Again, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.